Behind every great leader is a silent battle. In the corporate back office and the spiritual halls of the church, the pressure to perform often leaves little room for the soul to breathe. High achievement can come at a high cost. Strained marriages, neglected mental health, and a deep sense of personal misalignment. Leadership 77 podcast guests will speak on topics on business and strategies to process stress, prevent burnout, and manage the emotional weight of leadership and the mistakes they made along their way. As a dedicated relationship and mental health coach, Alexander has helped individuals, couples, and leaders of all walks in life to build healthier lives and stronger relationships in leadership. Many leaders are in chains because of their pride and ego, which keep them from their leadership potential. Always know this education nor titles ever make you a leader thinking this way will bring you destruction in good time. Alexander believes that strong leaders are built on strong foundations at home and within themselves. This podcast will provide a safe space and a new process of thinking on stress and renew your mind for tomorrow. Alexander is a devoted husband and father who understands firsthand the challenges and rewards of balancing family, leadership, and personal well-being. Alexander will bring both professional insight and real-life experience. With a heart for people and a passion for growth, Alexander creates an environment where you feel truly heard, supported, and equipped to move forward with clarity and confidence. My work integrates relational wisdom, mental health awareness, and faith-centered values. Please welcome the host of the show, Alexander.
All right, guys, welcome to the 77 podcast. I would like to, first of all, before I get started, let me thank my wife and all my kids who have supported me in this frame of watching and putting this together. So I want to first start out and thank them. I'm thankful for the family God's gave me, and I don't take it lightly. I appreciate all the things that they have done for me and prayers, and so I just want to take a minute and thank them. And let's get started, guys. Unfortunately, I'm going to be kicking this one off and talk about the heartbreaking case here. And obviously, most of you know, is the murder of the 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. In April 2025, what should have been, guys, just a regular high school track meet in Frisco, Texas, turned into what we know ended up being a tragedy, and that would shake the nation. It would absolutely shake the nation. Austin Metcalf, it was a student athlete, just like any other student. He didn't wake up thinking he was going to lose his life after being fatally stabbed by a teen, Karmelo Anthony. What followed was a deep, emotional, racial charged battle, divided communities and the country. What I want to do in this episode is break down some things, what happened on that day on the track. And we're also going to talk and listen with a segment with Kelly, Megan Kelly, that I truly respect as a reporter. I believe she gets to the point, gets to the facts, and she doesn't take no BS from anybody. So, and I believe that this case was more than just a verdict. It was about justice. It was about race. It was about grief. It was about bloodshed in America. It was about principalities and demons, rulers of darkness that all played in all of this. And as much as we want to look at the outer realm of what we see, there's an inner realm called a spirit realm. And for many of us, those who truly understand that we do live in a world of invisible dimensions and powers that bring tragic into a picture of two young men who I believe were heading somewhere. When I eventually went and looked at this case on who were they, and what really grabbed me was that these were not just bad kids. These were actually kids that were, I believe, heading somewhere, that actually had a future for themselves. And unfortunately, this day was going to change everything for them. And I want to hit on some points after the video as we go through, and really discuss what my heart is really about on this podcast, and that is fatherhood. And my prayer is that this podcast would bless not just families, but it would lead fathers to want to self-examine themselves as fathers, and to see where are they standing, what are they teaching, what are they doing in this time frame to be that leader, be that example. And so before we get into this, again, remember that where you get your information, we live in a world called social media. And in this world of social media, we have a lot of facts and a lot of opinions and a lot of misinformation. So I would always urge everyone to not just jump on the bandwagon when you hear information and go along with the story. Because I believe that it takes time to bring facts to the forefront. Anytime you have a big story, there's always things that are going to be created, there is going to be rumors. And you have to remember that this case was not just tragic for one family, it was tragic for both families. It was tragic because both of these children had a future. Both of these children had a direction in life that now is not going to be what they thought it was going to be. And so we're going to get into Austin Metcalf's father speaks with Megan Kelly here, and then we're going to talk on some false narratives that the family has put out there, that I think is important for you all to understand. Again, why I said it's important to understand the facts before just jumping on the bandwagon with everybody. So, let's get into it. If you guys give me just a minute here. Apologize for the hey guys, apologize for the delay here. Give me a second again, guys. Sure, apologize, guys. That's one thing about, since this is my podcast, I'm like, well, I don't have no studio production or anything. It's just me, so bear with me for just a second. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. All right, so here we go. We're going to get into this video here, and listen very carefully. Listen with an open mind and an open heart, because when this occurred, I thought how tragic that this is for a father to have lose a son the way that he could probably never imagined in losing a son. And when I was listening to this, it really showed me the leader that Metcalf is, his father. But we're going to get right into it. So let me start from the very beginning here, guys.
Metcalf, the young 17-year-old boy who was killed by Karmelo Anthony for no reason. There have been vile attacks on the Metcalf family in the wake of Austin's murder. It is the strangest phenomenon I have seen in recent years, where this community has turned on the victim's family. They've done nothing other than mourn their son. And there are literally people posting the most vile things about what they'd like to do to Austin's grave, to Austin's brother, his twin brother Hunter, to Jeff Metcalf, his dad, to his mom. It's something very bizarre is happening with this case. We'll talk about it, and we'll talk with Jeff Metcalf about this entire case in just a moment. But we're going to start with something that we've been wanting to do as this case is unfolded, and the parents of Karmelo Anthony have come out and tried to spin a narrative. A little fact check is in order because the other reporters refuse to do their jobs. They get these parents in front of them, Karmelo Anthony's, and they allow them to spew lies about the Metcalf family or this case, and there's no challenge because no one will do any homework. No one does their homework. And they just want to allow them to spin this narrative, and it's bullshit. So we're not going to do that here. We are going to correct the record so that you know what's real and what's not. We played a few clips yesterday, but we're gonna play a few more today. All right. Now, it began with the parents of Karmelo Anthony, the murderer, their description of the aftermath of the murder, where they claim that Hunter Metcalf, the surviving twin, is lying about his twin brother, Austin Metcalf, dying in his arms. We played this yesterday from an interview with the Breakfast Club's Mimi Brown, but here it is again. Watch.
Did Karmelo want to get his story out more to the public as well?
He was trying to listen. He was trying to listen to what he was being advised.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, don't make it about race. Don't do this. Don't do this. So we like, all right, we'll go again. We played the game they wanted. We did everything a law abiding citizen posted. They told us don't do this. We did everything we supposed to. And he wanted people, of course he wanted somebody. They got pictures of him being 17 with a dress on, saying he could be raped in jail. Like all kinds of these adults are talking about this child, but nobody's seeing it. So we can't say anything. The other family, they go paint this lie that nobody still have exposed, that he died in his brother's arms. And it was all
that's not true, because that is a narrative. Yeah.
No, you never heard it no more. That stuff was a lie.
A VPN is an ultimate tool to keep your online connection private and your browsing free of meddling internet service providers and network regulations. With the top VPN provider, you can even filter out malicious ads, trackers, and download links. With my exclusive deals, you can get the best discount for top VPN providers from NordVPN and Surfshark to Proton VPN and even more.
Oh, I apologize, guys. I'm trying to get...
Homeowners, if you're thinking about listing your property with a realtor, you might want to listen to this first. Look, I understand realtors are great people and everybody deserves a chance. But when it comes to selling your house, you may not need to go that route. In fact, we'll buy your house as is, without repairs, expensive realtor fees, and we can move quickly depending on the property. So if you're looking to sell your house quickly, without the hassle, and without any lowball offers, then click the button below, answer